Hi everyone, it's Cherie from 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop, and today I'm bringing a file called Fireflies from Cuddly Cute Designs. The boy I already did just so you could see him with the jar that we're going to put together in this video. I apologize for my scratchy voice. I am still at the tail end of COVID. I'm on day number 9, so I have to pause the video just to get something to drink and clear my throat so I don't cough in anybody's ear. I've already cut all these out. I brought it into Cricut Design Space. The jar is attached to the Girl SVG folder. I imported it at 10.50 in the width, and it auto-adjusted the height to 10.528 in Cricut Design Space. For this, the colors I used is Grass by American Crafts for the color, the green grass, that is the color called Grass. Banana is the yellow by American Crafts. In my hand, I have brushed silver matte foil. And this is the lid to the jar, and that's just the round part that's going to go on the top of the lid that goes on the front of the jar. We're only going to need glue twice. That's the first part. The second part is the wings on the back of our fireflies. I was saying here that I got glue on the lid, and I love this paper because all I did was take just a very lightly dampened washcloth and wiped it right off. So I did cut out 2 of the jars in acetate, so I have a front and a back. And I recommend gluing your jar lid on now to give it time to dry. I did use art glitter glue because it dries faster. For the fireflies, there's a couple options for the middle, because there are 2 parts. I had already glued the stomachs on because I embossed them with the Wow Glow in the Dark embossing powder. I was going to use stickles, but I ended up going with my gut instinct of the Wow embossing embossing powder. And after this paper piecing portion's over towards the end of the video, you'll see the most amazing results. Now, this is black textured cardstock from American Crafts, and the yellow is Banana by American Crafts. There is the belly part that goes on. I know in the picture for the file, they actually glued the little inner stomach part where it has a little rounded tip at the end. It went on after the head, and it overlapped the head. I glued it under, and I didn't catch that until after I had already glued them all together and down, so I was in a hurry to emboss that it was an oversight on my end. Once I look at the picture, it does look more like a lightning bug or a firefly with the yellow stomach part glued on after the head. Needless to say, I did use pearl translucent vellum for the wings, and it's real shiny, but they're very delicate and sheer. It just gave it a different look because there are so many underutilized things that we don't use enough of scrapbooking, such as glitter cardstocks, vellum, acetate, things like that, and the Zots. So I'm not going to use glue on my fireflies. I am using the clear Zots from the small pack and the medium pack. I only needed 2 small, 1 for each head of the firefly, and then I used a total of 5 mediums. 1 medium on each of the fireflies' bellies, and 3 for the acetate jar, which you will see. There aren't a whole lot of materials needed for the jar, besides just a couple of colors that I explained. And if you want to emboss, I keep saying that, if you want to use embossing powder on your firefly or stickles, a glitter pen, a gel pen, You don't have to do anything to it. It looked cute just being inked. So I put my the top lid, the top acetate with the lid, next to the bottom base, just to make sure that my fireflies were going to be under where the lid is going to cover on that little part that it's cut out from. I did have to pick up the acetate to put my zots on because I couldn't see with the glass. I didn't want them hanging out above where the sticky part was going to be touching everything. So I did hold them up just so I could make sure that they were below the top, but above where my lid is going to show, because we want to keep it clear and translucent as an entire piece. There was just a little piece of plastic. Now I'm lining it up with my thumb on the bottom and pushing it towards my left thumb, and that way those two sides will then cause the top and the right side to line up perfectly. I will move it so you can see it without my overhead lights on, and I grabbed a darker piece of cardstock. But now everything was hidden. There's no glue. Everything is on the back side, and it is very held together with the zots. Any questions, let me know, but this is where my embossing powder came into play. And I was in a completely dark room. How much you saw of him was just a reflection from this embossing powder. And I'm going to push him up now without all the lights being on the plastic reflecting, so you can actually see all the detail, or the lack of all the glue, without the light reflecting. And I just kept pushing until I got him just right. But as I said, any questions, leave a comment. These were the two choices, and I went with the Wow embossing powder from Amazon. All of my supplies came from 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop. Thank you for watching the video, and have a good day, guys. Take care.